Alright, peace be upon you, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Now, in today's video, might be a quick video, a short one, I just want to speak about the power of music, and specifically the power of taking your message and converting it to a rhythmic and rhyming composition. It's a very, very powerful and spiritual thing, one that goes deep into the DNA of humanity. And really the message of this video is to be careful what we listen to, be careful of the music we listen to, because this stuff, it conditions our soul. It's food for the soul. Because one thing that I've seen is that in every ancient culture, pretty much every book that is considered holy and sacred in the past, books upon which civilizations have been built, sayings, almost always invariably these books are set in a rhythmic and rhyming tone. There's when you make words rhyme and sound beautiful, it affects the person's spirit in a way that regular speech doesn't. And to give you the ultimate example of a truly perfectly divine book, the Holy Quran, let's recite the first chapter of the Quran, and you will see that in any chapter of the Quran, it's not just the message is true, but there's a beauty in the way it sounds, and specifically in the rhyme and the rhythm, in the syllables, and how the composition is structured. So it starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'een, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. You see how this all rhymes? And when I'm telling you, when somebody praises God in musical rhythmic tone, or produces compositions like that, this has the power to stir the souls of entire nations. And music in general is very powerful. Then you can go to the Adi Granth of the Sikhs, the Guru Granth Sahib. It's pure poetry, and it's set to rag, kind of musical melodies. And I might be saying it wrong, but it starts with something like Ek Ankar, Satgur Parsad, Bahover, Satnam. There's a singing and rhyming quality to it. It's poetry. Even in the Adi Granth, they included the poetry of Baba Farid of the Punjab region, the Muslim poet or the Sufi poet. And this has stirred the hearts of many people, and upon its message you have an entire tradition that's built called Sikhi. And we can obviously talk about whether they really follow that book or not, just like we can talk about if so-called Muslims really follow the Quran or not. But my point is, the book and this rhyming, rhythmic praising of God, it stirred the heart of a massive group of people. Another example, the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, it literally means the song of God, or the singing of God. Bhagava, it means God or divine. And Gita, or in my language, in Urdu, well, I guess my secondary language, Urdu, to ga or gana means song. It literally means the song or the singing or the cry of God, and it has a melodic tone to it. Yoshri Bhagavatam. And so we can see this all over the world with the Psalms too. The Psalms have a certain way. You don't get this in English, but if you read it in the original languages, there's a singing. It's a Selah, Selah. Again, taking the praising and honoring of the divine and composing it in musical, rhythmic, and rhyming tone is very, very powerful. It touches the soul in a special way. And from this, the history of humanity and the books which are revered as sacred around the world, we can see that rhyming, rhythm, music, tonality is extremely powerful. Very, very powerful stuff. And we need to be careful what we're listening to, what kind of food we're feeding our souls. You don't think this stuff affects you, but it does when you're bopping along to your rap music and you're talking about, I don't know, smashing girls and doing drugs and doing this thing and that thing and all kinds of sin and manner of evil. And that sinful, wicked message is set to the tone of a bopping beat and rhymes. This stuff rots you from the inside out. Just as praising of the Almighty in these older liturgical language set to rhyming rhythmic tones, it uplifts the soul and the spirit. So be careful and consider wisely. There's a wise quote I heard. I can't remember who it was from. Maybe it was from my mother or somebody. It could have been online, but it's that You can't expect your body to be healthy by feeding it junk all the time, McDonald's and Wendy's and all this garbage. Your body's going to feel like crap, of course. And it's the same thing with your soul. You can't expect your soul to be healthy and of higher order thoughts when you're feeding it constant garbage. And you can consider these heavy metal and rap music and pop music and all this satanic stuff. It's like McDonald's and Wendy's. It's easily accessible. It's tasty in the moment. It's right there for you, but it has profound implications that come to haunt you later on. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I got to say on the matter. I hope this talk was a blessing. And yeah, peace to you. Remember, deceit abounds, so keep your eyes wide open. Peace out.